Jacob Fatu of the Bloodline has responded to a message from a veteran paying honor to Roman Reigns' late brother Matthew Ny, also known as Rosie. Tragically, the 47-year-old real-life Bloodline member died in April 2017. Currently, Hurricane Helms, real name Gregory Helms, is a backstage producer for WWE. He was a successful mid-card talent in his day. During the years 2003 to 2006, he shared the primary roster alongside Rosie. Helms expressed his longing for Rosie in a recent post on X/Twitter. Jacob Fatu of the Bloodline was the one who replied to the tweet. Part of the ongoing storyline of Bloodline is the conflict between Reigns and Fatu. While competing in the Men's War Games at Survivor Series 2024, the two were on opposing sides. But it wasn't going to stop the Samoan werewolf from honoring the OTC's brother, who passed away. Because of how close they were, Roman Reigns was devastated by his brother's untimely death. A WWE interview with Reigns was posted online shortly after Rosie's death. The official statement from the OTC on his brother's tragic demise is as follows. Thanks to his tireless dedication, Roman Reigns has risen to become one of WWE's top stars. His brother, who passed away, would be pleased with his achievements in professional wrestling. Because of the strong friendships that form between wrestlers, many of whom have been together for decades, the world of professional wrestling is full with passion and history. An example of this occurred not long ago when the legendary Ny family member and indie wrestling phenomenon Jacob Fatu replied to a moving tweet sent by a WWE veteran. This tweet was a throwback to Matthew Ny, the late brother of Roman Reigns and a wrestling fan favorite known as Rosie. It was a moving tribute to the wrestling community's strong family bonds and the lasting impact of its heroes' legacies. The impact of Matthew Ny on professional wrestling will never be erased. In the early 2000s, Rosie became famous as half of 3-Minute Warning with Eddie Fatu, better known as Umaga, in WWE's tag team division. The two created unforgettable moments with their toughness and authority in the ring, while serving as enforcers for Eric Bischoff. Rosie won over admirers all around the globe as he reimagined himself as the charming and humorous superhero in training, co-starring Shane Helms. Rosie was well liked by his Ny relatives outside of the ring for his kind spirit and commitment to continuing the wrestling tradition of his family. Complications from congestive heart failure tragically took his life in 2017. His death was a terrible blow to his loved ones and to the wrestling community, who will always remember him as a kind giant who loved his sport. A moving homage to Rosie's memory, the WWE veteran's tweet prompted Jacob Fatu to respond. The veteran, whose name was withheld, conveyed in a sincere statement the profound influence Rosie had on both his contemporaries and the whole business. The tweet embraced Rosie's wit, kindness, and dedication to guiding up-and-coming wrestlers through the tough business. Beyond the manufactured rivalries and dramatic storylines, the veteran's remarks struck a chord, reminding fans and wrestlers of the ties that bind them. Lastly, the message emphasized the importance of honoring the lives of the departed, especially those who laid the groundwork for generations to come. In reaction to the touching tweet, Jacob Fatu delivered a strong and moving speech. Fatu, a prodigy of the Ny family, is quickly becoming a star in the world of Major League Wrestling, MLW. In contrast to his ferocious and unforgiving demeanor in the ring, his response revealed a vulnerable side that honored his family's heritage. Thanks to the WWE veteran's memory of Rosie, Fatu was able to tell a personal story about his uncle's impact. He spoke about how Rosie was a rock throughout his early wrestling career. The significance of mutual support in and out of competition was emphasized by Fatu's remarks, which brought attention to the robust mentoring system within the Anwai family. When people think of professional wrestling greatness, they think of the Anwai family. The family's impact reaches across decades, influencing pioneers like Peter Maivia and the Wild Samoans, AFA and Sika, as well as modern-day legends like Roman Reigns and the USOs. The principles of togetherness, mentoring, and perseverance are as important as the in-ring successes in establishing the legacy. An important part of this heritage belongs to Rosie. He exemplified the spirit of the family and added to its legendary past as the elder brother of Roman Reigns and son of Sika. In order to remember and maintain the memories of people who have gone away, this legacy continues to inspire and lead members of the family. Jacob Fatu's answer is a reminder of that. Fans and other wrestlers responded with an outpouring of sympathy after seeing Jacob Fatu's response and the veteran's post. A lot of people paid homage to Rosie on social media by posting photos and videos of their favorite matches and memories of her. Former WWE colleagues of Rosie's lauded his professionalism and friendliness, echoing the feelings of the veteran wrestler. The distinct sense of community among the wrestling community was highlighted by this group's reaction. Even though wrestling is a very competitive sport, there are times like this when the wrestlers show their love and respect for one another, particularly when they are remembering a common past. Jacob Fatu's response to the heartfelt tweet demonstrates his dedication to carrying on his family's wrestling history as he forges forward in the professional wrestling industry. Rosie and Fatu's forefathers instilled ideals in Fatu, and his work reflects it. Fatu makes sure that the legacies of his predecessors are remembered by recognizing their significance. For wrestling fans, the encounter is a touching illustration of the sport's human element. The larger-than-life characters hide real people with strong bonds and a strong desire to be true to their heritage. Jacob Fatu's touching reaction to the emotive tweet honoring Rosie exemplifies the lasting impact of family and legacy in professional wrestling. Such occasions serve to highlight the principles that have contributed to the Anwai family's exceptional impact on the business. Legends, fights, and friendships that Rosie forged will endure long after his passing is commemorated by fans and other wrestlers. As Jacob Fatu's response so poignantly shows, wrestling isn't just about the ring. It's about the relationships that develop there.